this is our last stream till Valentine's Day, I kind of wanted to tell a bit of a story. The story of my first kiss. It was very, like, abrasive, I should say, because I wasn't expecting it. Basically, the first girlfriend I ever had was in middle school. It feels like we started this relationship how I started every relationship in my life, where it's just like me and this girl are talking, getting very close, become very good friends, and then we basically just start acting like we're dating, and then eventually everyone is like, are you guys dating? And then we're just like, no, we're not, until eventually we sit down and we're like, should we just say, yeah, we are? Should we just start dating? Like, we already do all the couple stuff. The only thing we don't do is like kissing and holding hands, you know, because we're middle schoolers.
Yeah, right.
So basically, me and this girl, we'll call her Sarah. Names have been changed to protect the innocent. So me and this girl, we met because a mutual friend of ours who they used to date Sarah, they ended up, I guess, breaking up on good terms because they were still friends. And they introduced us. You know, we became pretty good friends. We realized very quickly that we ride the same bus to school. We started, actually, I'm going to tell the whole story of our relationship rather than just the first kiss.
Do it.
So we constantly sat next to each other, although she had another friend on the bus as well. So me and her would sit on one seat. Her friend would sit on the seat in front of us. And we all just chit chat, gab, you know, yipping, yapping, all that. But because we hung out so much, eventually it got to the point to where people would come up to us and be like, hey, are you guys dating? Me being the guy, I would always look over and be like, are we? She would be like, no, we're not. And then I'd look back and go, yeah, no, we're not. That's like, why would you ask that? Everyone who would ask us this would follow that up with saying, oh, well, you should. You two make a cute couple. I think like a few months of this went by. And eventually we're sitting on the bus and we were just like, everyone says we should. So should we? And then she was like, you know, yeah, let's give it a shot. This was on a Friday. So we then went into the weekend and I was talking with a buddy of mine on the phone, basically telling him like, hey, your boy's got a girl. Kind of being a little braggadocious about it. Not really bragging about it, more so just like, you know, I want to tell someone. This is very big to me. I guess my mom overheard me say this on the phone because she asked me about it the next day. My mom and my dad, they were giving me shit about it. You know, it's adorable how you have a little girlfriend. We need to meet her someday, blah, blah, blah. Basically just embarrassing a fucking 14-year-old, a 13-year-old for having a girl. And
that's normal. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Parents are supposed to embarrass their kids.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So fast forward to Monday. I get on the bus. I'm like really excited because I'm like the first person the bus picks up. She's like the last person. And it's reverse going home. She's like the first person to be dropped off. I'm the last person to be dropped off. I'm sitting there waiting for her, just getting all excited. She isn't there. She's not on the bus stop. So I'm like, oh, that sucks. But, you know, whatever. Maybe she's just sick or something. Fast forward to lunchtime, and all my friends know that I'm now, me and Sarah are now dating. My friends decide to fuck with me. They literally all stood up on their chairs in the cafeteria and went, Bendy's dating Sarah! Bendy's dating Sarah! And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Looking back on it, I'm like, I don't know why that embarrassed me so much. I don't care if people know. But there were people that would come up and be like, wait, you're dating Sarah? And I was like, yeah. And they'd be like, oh, ew, okay. And then walk off. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, fuck you. Later on in the day, still on Monday, I think I have a dentist appointment that day or a doctor's appointment or something. So I get out of class early and I'm walking down the hall. It's an empty hallway because it's in the middle of class. Walking down the hall and all of a sudden I hear, hey, Bendy. And I stop, turn around, and it's Sarah running up to me. And she told me that she also had an appointment in the morning, and that's why she wasn't there throughout the first half of the day. So I was like, oh, hey, what's up? How's it going? You know, and she holds out in her hand a fruit by the foot, which is the most romantic thing you can give a middle school crush.
That's true. Food. Anything food related. Yeah.
So I take it, I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And then she just leans in, gives me a kiss.
Oh.
And I'm like stun locked. I'm just sitting there like all my abilities are on cooldown right now. And I'm just like, and I like look up and she's gone. She's like, she gave me that kiss and then she booked it down the hall. She was gone so fast, like Looney Tunes style, her outline was still there. And then I was like, all right, I'm so happy that we were the only people in that hallway because I probably look like a fucking idiot. That was the story of my first kiss. Not to continue the story about the relationship, goes on throughout the week. We act the same exact way we acted before we were dating, except now we're smooching and cuddling and holding hands. And there are people coming up to me, she's not with me at this point. I'd just be on my own. And there'd be people that would come up with me, mostly like the popular bitchy group.
Oh, of course.
The popular bitchy clique would come up to me and be like, hey, Bindi, I hear you're dating Sarah. And I'm like, yeah, why? And then they would go, you could do so much better than that. And then I'd be like, bitch, a week ago you said we'd be a cute couple.
Right.
What the fuck?
Jealousy.
Yeah, I'm getting this throughout the entirety of the week. I can only imagine what she's getting. I was not the most unpopular kid in school, but I definitely wasn't the most popular. I was sort of right there in the middle where I was accepted amongst almost every clique in school, but I wasn't friends with every clique in school.
Right.
Her, on the other hand, I don't know how she was in school. She was more like, I guess, punk would be the correct word to use. She was like a tomboy. I don't think that was very popular amongst our peers. So I can't imagine what she was getting for dating me. Friday comes in. We've been dating for just 1 week. I'm on the bus heading to school. Again, I'm really excited. After every stop we get to, I get more and more excited to get to her. We finally get to her stop. She gets on the bus. I can see her scanning it. She sees me. We lock eyes. And she sits in the seat next to her.
Uh-huh.
I did say earlier that she had another friend on the bus. So I'm like, my 13-year-old brain is like, that doesn't seem good, but maybe she's just sitting with her other friend,
Sure.
It has been a while since she just sat with her. So maybe they just want to catch up, just all the copium going through my brain. Yeah, the bus comes to a stop at the school. She gets up, she's the first one off the bus. Normally we sit towards the back of the bus, so I'm like one of the last people to get off. And as I get off, I see that she is standing next to the door of the bus waiting for me. So I'm like, oh, for a quick second, I was just like, oh yeah, see, maybe she just wanted to talk to her friend. She's here waiting for me, awesome. I get my foot off of the last seat, or the last step, going down off of the bus, and I look, and she has a folded up piece of paper in her hand, holds it out to me. She doesn't say a word. She just hands it to me. And this almost mirrors the first kiss, and this is why I will never forget it. This was almost mirrored her handing me the fruit by the foot. Instead, it was a folded up piece of paper. She hands it to me, and again, she's gone. This time there was no kiss. She's just gone. I know that I'm only 13 years old, but I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I didn't have to unfold that piece of paper to know what it said, but I did.
Of course you had to.
And it's exactly what you think it is. It's a breakup note.
Yep, after a week. Yeah, it's middle school.
The worst part of it all, I had to go through the entirety of the day, 8 hours, pretending that I didn't just have my heart snapped in half. I think I said fewer than 100 words total that day. I don't remember exactly what the note said, but it was a way around of like, it's not you, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Which is total horseshit. Everyone knows that is total horseshit. But the thing that really got to me, and got to me for years, was that I never knew the real reason why she broke up with me. She never told me the real reason why. and I will never know. After the day came to an end, I got home, and I'm not proud to say this. The first thing I did was boot up Guitar Hero 3. Hit riffs through the tears. My parents got home, wiped my eyes away, again tried to pretend that nothing was wrong, sat down at the dinner table, and my dad was like, hey, maybe we should invite Sarah over for tomorrow's dinner.
Oh, because I don't know.
I didn't say a word to anybody.
Oh.
I was like, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't invite her. In the end, me and Sarah remained friends. It was just a week-long relationship. Like I said, I never really found out the real reason why she broke up with me, but I think it was because, like I said, people were giving me shit for dating her. I feel like she was also getting shit for dating me. And she got tired of getting shit for it, so we broke up. Which, again, it pisses me off because the same people that were giving us shit not even a week earlier were saying that we should be dating.
Funny thing is, for mine, same time period, 7th grade, right? And I am the little white Italian boy on the outskirts of New Orleans. Yeah.
In the bayou.
Let me just, out near the bayou, baby. Here's the thing, this is my first kiss. And kind of my first relationship, but it was not a public relationship. Because it was still, even down there, taboo. I'm the white boy. The girl already had a relationship with another person of her quote-unquote race.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a biracial relationship. My first kiss.
Okay.
She was my neighbor during summertime. We'd hang out. She was a neighbor, right? And she was a twin. So I'm gonna get to that story in a minute. She was a slightly older twin, the prettier twin, if you ask me. And we just hang out, right? Oh, cool. Like she'd come over my house, I come over her house. I didn't go over her house very often because, you know, like, what's this white boy doing in my house kind of thing? It's just that values thing. Like, you don't share our stuff. That's fine. But that also carries over to the public. This was like late 90s, man. It still was not a thing to have like biracial relationship. It was, but it wasn't, especially not in middle school, junior high. At the time it was junior high.
Not in the South.
Not in the South, baby. But you think they'd be more accepting. That's fine. So she had a relationship with another guy.
So you were the side piece.
Right? I was the side piece. Like a little blanket fort, whatever, 7th grade, we're just chilling. My mom was in the other room, no big deal. You know, we just hang out, having lunch together, whatever. And then we're just laying there talking, and all of a sudden she just turns around, grabs my face, and just plants one right on me. Gentle as hell.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Yeah, oh, it was so nice.
All right,
and that kind of relationship continued. Like, we'd just be hanging out, and then we'd just start making out, just kissing. And that's how we learned together, like, okay, this is how it evolved the kissing stuff. And then her twin sister, out of spite and seeing that, because, you know, they're family, they know, started dating my brother. They never kissed, never did like that. It was just kind of a thing like, okay, cool. Well, if you're going to take him, and he's cute, I'm going to take the brother who kind of looks like him. Until one day, because they're twins, and it's me and my brother there, and we're like separate rooms, they decided to switch earrings because they look the same, right? Same voice, same everything, but they have different manners. But when they're just chilling, you can't tell the difference.
Right.
So we knew who was who because of the earrings they were wearing. They had different styles. They switched earrings, switch rooms. All of a sudden, I'm making out with her sister. What the hell's going on?
You're in a social experiment now.
I am in a social experiment, brother. But yeah, my first. That's why all my views are so open, man. And living in where I've lived, and everything like that, and seeing things like it was interesting. It was great, and yeah, my first kiss was a beautiful black woman who's a twin. So then eventually I got both twins on the off time, baby. I don't know what the other because they did it more than freaking once, man, to me. And ever since then I've been a slut. I don't know if it's fine until I settle down and married. But you know, slut all the way from 7th grade to 12th grade, just like that turned me. Yeah, I had to have a secret relationship on the off time in summers with my next door neighbor. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Happy V-Day. Speaking of V, I do have an interesting story about that.
Oh, good Lord.
So I lost my virginity on my 16th birthday. The way that this was all set up was, this was after my parents got divorced. My dad and my now stepmom were dating. and she had just moved in recently. And my every other weekend, my sister would go. I think it was actually every weekend, not every other weekend, but every weekend my sister would go spend the night at my mom's house, and they would always give me the choice. And I was basically just like, I mainly stayed with my dad on weekends, mainly because my friends were closer to my dad's than my mom's. So my birthday was on a Saturday. No, my birthday was on a Friday. Sorry, my birthday was on a Friday. The Friday's coming up, and my sister is always, whenever she gets off of school, I think she was in college at this point, she'd get out of college and go straight to my mom's. My stepmom and my dad, they had planned a weekend trip to a cabin, like a fishing cabin. They told me about it, and I was like, you guys are just gonna go fishing on my birthday? Like on my birthday weekend? And they're like, oh fuck, it is your birthday weekend. And they're like, you want to come with us? And I was like, honestly, I'd rather put a gun in my mouth. No, thank you. So they're like, all right, well, it's because it's your birthday weekend, we'll allow you to invite some friends over and have fun. Just don't fucking break anything. My stepmom and dad straight up said that by the time you get off school and you get home, we're already going to be gone. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was telling my buddy about this, and I was just planning on having literally just him and maybe like 2 other of my friends coming over and just playing games all weekend. That's pretty much all I wanted to do. Right. My buddy heard, oh, so you're going to have an empty house to yourself all weekend. Let's throw a fucking party.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, sure, why not? So we invite quite a few people. Like I said, I'm not the most popular guy in school, so a lot of people said no. And a few people said yes. We said meet up at my place at around, I want to say 6 p.m., somewhere around there. After school to 6, I got a lot of text messages just being like, hey man, sorry I can't make it. A lot of text messages that say that. And the turnout was literally just me, my buddy who originally wanted the party, and then just the girl that I was crushing on at the time.
Hell yeah.
It was just us 3. So I was like, honestly, that kind of works out. So we get an entire big bottle of vodka, like this size bottle of vodka, and then we get like a bunch of soda to mix with it. And she gets to the house, and we're all talking, and we tell her, my biggest worry is that we're going to tell her that nobody else is coming. She's going to think I'm a fucking loser and go back home. I tell her, like, no, it's just gonna be us 3, and she goes, oh, thank God. I was like, oh, all right. We get to drinking, we get to mixing drinks. We were mixing vodka and Monster mostly. And we were just playing 21. We were playing some card games. We went through the entire bottle of vodka, just us 3. We are 16.
Surprised your junk still worked after that one.
We end up getting fucking hammered, and then I can't remember who it was. It might have been my buddy. Someone was like, hey, we should play strip blackjack. So the rules were, and folks taking notes at home, the rules were, if you bust, you remove an article of clothing. If you bust, you're gonna bust later. But
yeah.
If you go over 21, you remove an article of clothing. If nobody busts, then whoever is the furthest away from 21 removes an article of clothing. We played it like that until literally all of us were naked. I think my buddy mentioned to her that they should go to the bedroom, and I pulled the birthday card out. I was like, fuck you, it's my birthday. We should go to the bedroom. And she was like, all right, birthday boy.
Let's go.
And I had birthday sex, first time ever losing my V card, in my bed, as my friend was in the room with us, cucking it up, just watching it happen.
Oh my God, dude.
The next day, he said that he wasn't actually watching us fuck, but instead he was like in that drunken mode where he was just kind of zoning out, and he just happened to be staring in our direction.
Yeah, in the general area. Oh my God. See, mine was secretive. Like, I was like 16 going on 17, I think. And I was a band kid, and one of our friends, who is no longer with us, a freak accident, it was her birthday. So we were having a big party at her place. And her mom was like, again, we're band kids, whatever. And I've been dating this girl for a while. We've been talking about it, and she'd been telling me for years, like, oh no, I've slept with guys, whatever. I just, I have a relationship with you, I want to be with you. Cool. Come to find out later on that she lost her virginity the same time I did in that moment, so she lied. Mine's super simple. We've been talking about trying to figure out how we could do this for about a year, and we're finally like, I got something in my pocket, we can do this. And we just stepped off the freaking bathroom. She laid out on the floor, and then I was on the floor with her, and that was it. And we came out like nothing ever fucking happened. I pretend like I wasn't feeling well, and she came in, and like I'm horfing in the freaking bathroom, and she came in to comfort me, and then the door closed, and that was it.
Were you still making those noises as you were like humping her? It's like
silent as hell, bro. Silent as hell. Still get that from her sister all the time. You took my sister's virginity in the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, no shit. And she lied to me about it, so go fuck yourself.
I'd be like, damn right I did.
And now, everybody's like, fuck yeah, I did. And where's she at right now, motherfucker? Look at her. Fuck you. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yep.
Our first kisses and our first, yeah, baby.